Lord, thank you for this day. Please be with us as we move into the next segment of our lives. Bless the 7th graders as they move into their last year at this school, and please be with all the people here today. Thank you for all the things you have already blessed us with. Amen.
I would like to welcome our graduates. They do clean up pretty nice, don't they? Parents, relatives, friends, fellow students tonight, because we're dealing with an awesome, unique class of kids. And awesomeness, uniqueness is a whole matter of factors that sometimes doesn't even involve academics or musical ability. It's just that way they gel together as a class. So tonight, remember, because more than likely, this will be the last time you're all together because you're going to some different high schools and be moving. And what you have, enjoy tonight, and thank you for coming.
Our class verse is 1 Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity.
Our class aim is to put our dreams in our hearts in God's hands.
Our class motto is, don't be afraid that your life will end, be afraid that it will never begin.
Good evening, church family. Well, as you know, it is a very special day for 8th graders. If I know one thing, a very special guest speaker, Pastor Matthew, will be speaking about this day and how we have changed a lot. Pastor Matthew is important to our class for a few reasons. The first reason is he came to BVAS last school year for a week of prayer. The second reason is he came to BVAS to have worship with 7th and 8th graders. We asked for Pastor Matthew to speak because of how nice and humorous when it comes to having worship with us. Now I would like for Pastor Matthew to come up on stage and speak about 8th grade graduates.
For our second class speaker, we invited Mr. Reimbold. It really doesn't feel like long ago since he taught us, but that was 4 years ago. Thank you for the 5th grade chocolate milk party. The memory will always be my favorite. Mr. Reimbold, ever since 5th grade, you have been one of my favorite teachers. You have created so many fond memories throughout the years, and we would like to thank you. Personally, I would sell you my house, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Thanks for the memories. You made my 5th grade years so much better. Now please give a warm welcome to Josh Reimbold.
Good evening. I've never done a graduation quite like this where there's two speakers working together. But the good thing is that I get to go first. And so whatever I say is true, and whatever he says is the contradiction. I'm pleased every time I get to speak at a graduation because I have the advantage of not being too many years away from where you guys are sitting. I still remember it fairly well. And so today you have two speakers, one that is full of wisdom, has many years to reflect and look back, give you good guidance, and you have me. But I'll be honest, usually when people come and they talk, an important thing, if you Google it, is you're supposed to say some inspiring words, talk about them a little bit, give them some encouragement, and tell them all the potential they have and the dreams that they should take on. And it was a little bit intimidating, because when I got the invitation to come and speak, I had to have a moment to reflect on some of my own dreams when I was sitting here at this age. And if you know me well, you'll know that I had a very specific dream. You see, when I was just your guys' age, God put it in my mind, and I said, all right, when I grow up, I'm going to be a banana farming missionary in Madagascar. That was it. Nothing else would do. A banana farming missionary in Madagascar. Now, a couple important notes. There were a few barriers to this dream becoming a reality. First off, I had never seen a real banana tree in my life. And in fact, bananas, I'm now learning, are a type of herbaceous flowering plant, not a tree. So there was some learning to do. My family is not farmers. I don't know why I decided down that career path. I didn't know where Madagascar was, but I had watched a movie about some talking lemurs, and that was enough to convince me that's where I was meant to be. And so I was willing to go wherever I thought God was leading me. Wherever that was, I would take it on. I was young. I was ignorant to all the obstacles in my way of my banana farming dreams, and that was okay. But the next thing that I did that was quite foolish is I started telling everyone my dream. I told my parents, I told my classmates, I told my church family, anyone that would listen. The first thing you'd learn is my name, and the second thing you'd learn is that I would be a banana farmer one day. So on that day when I got the invitation, I reflected on this dream. You may know I am not in Madagascar, nor do I have a vast banana plantation at my disposal. But the day that I got the phone call, I happened to be boarding a plane, flying to a country that, unbeknownst to me at the time, had a vast banana industry. And so I thought to myself, on that 13-hour plane ride the whole way, how can I come and talk about dreams and aspirations and try and lead some young people in good guidance if I myself have not followed any of this advice myself? And so there, in the far-off land of Papua New Guinea, I took the first step. Working as a missionary, going to do some preaching, I found a local, I found a plot of land, I bought it from him, and this plot of land had one banana tree that was ripe. Couldn't have been more than a 3-foot by 3-foot plot, but it had what was important. It held one step closer to fulfilling my dreams. And so I bought that land and that tree. I climbed up a ladder and I plucked my first banana. It was not ripe, but I still ate it. because that's what you do when you've traveled that far. These are crazy, radical dreams that we sometimes take on. And at this stage of life, you're going to be asked the question, if you haven't already, get ready for it. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? What job are you going to have? And of course, the expectation is that every step of the way is planned out. They want a very specific dream, where you will live, your occupation, and how many banana trees you plan to have. But don't take every dream that comes your way. Not all the dreams are going to be God-given. Not every dream that we take on is going to lead us to a good place. But know that you carry a very unique gift right now. And the fact that you're very ignorant to all the obstacles that come with your dreams. I like your class verse. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. 1 Timothy 4, verse 12. This elevates young people as leaders. It elevates them not just as people who will one day be something, but it shows the importance, the role that they carry right now. And you guys carry a role right now to be people that live out your ignorance, to dream big, to challenge the rest of us in the ways that you're going to live, the ways that you're going to dream, the things that you might imagine. If you were to tell me now, hey, you should be a banana farming missionary in Madagascar, I would be very quick to dismiss the thought. But at this point, I've told too many people, and that's why God gave me the dream when I was younger, back when I was still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It was a gift that he gave me. I like a quote by John Andrew Holmes. He says, "Never tell a young person that something cannot be done. God may be waiting centuries for someone ignorant enough of the impossible to do that very thing." When I look around at our church, I don't think that we struggle with dreaming too big. I think we have room for a few more people that are ready to take on these wild dreams that God is giving our church, the wild things that he wants us to do, the exciting things. We often have an unintentional social blunder when we ask these kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because in doing so, we're discounting the significance of who they already are and what they've already done. You guys have already inspired me to fulfill my dreams a little bit more. You've encouraged and inspired and moved the hearts of everyone sitting here. That's why they show up. You guys have an important role to play, and God's going to give you some wild dreams. But know that he's already called you in this exact stage of life that you're in this exact place that he's put you. This is where he intends for you to be. The teenage years are not a place that God puts you just so that you can wait to one day do something great. The church needs people just like you right now. Your community needs that. Your family needs that. And if you wait to one day be something great, you'll have missed the opportunity of the gift that God is giving you right now. Psalms 37, verse 4 says, "Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." It's saying, follow after the Lord, seek him, and he's going to fulfill the dreams that he puts in your life. Who knows what it'll be? Maybe some of you already have something very specific in mind. But when I look at you guys, I'm I'm just a few years further along. But sometimes when I hang out with you, I feel a few steps behind, because I see how far ahead you are in the way that you love, in your empathy, and some of you in your boldness and in your sass. And there's a lot of sass. Some of you in your sharp minds and the way that you can look at things with creativity. It's inspiring to the rest of us. And it's something that our church needs, that our communities need, where you guys are right now. So I encourage you, in these next few times, continue to be the kind of people that you are, because you guys are pretty awesome. God has given you specific talents for what He's called you to right now and in the future. And when God calls you for a crazy dream, don't be afraid to share it, because that's exactly what you do at this age. You set your sights on wild things. You pick the craziest thing that God could use you to do, and then you just ignorantly follow, not realizing how tough it's going to be. Have the faith to follow it, and then be like Timothy and set the example for everyone else. That when they look at you, they see people, believers in speech, believers in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Thank you guys so much for encouraging all of us, and especially for the impact that you've had on me. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening. Yes? Are you just waving? Oh, okay, thank you. 15 seconds, okay. So, I taught 43% of you fifth grade math. I was rounding to the nearest hundredth. And I forgot to do the other calculation to add Luke to someone I had taught some lessons, but it's over 50%. A long time ago, I don't know, 50 years ago maybe, I was living in a place called Chuuk in Micronesia. I was a teacher there, history teacher. We had a graduation, and in the culture there, it's very important to start your speech with a long, drawn-out introduction, mentioning every important person, every person on the stage. It would be something like this. Mr. Board Chairman, Mr. Principal, Dr., Honorable Ut, Mrs. Essink, Miss Miller, Mr. Stokes, Miss Siegel, my cousin, Mrs. Lawson, Miss Mace, hopefully all those people are here. If they're not, they should be. Miss President Helena, Mr. Secretary Luke, that's your office, right? Yeah, okay. Pastor Isaac, the artist in residence, Annika, the brilliant Evalie, the fantastic Ben, and the esteemed Jordan. I am honored to be here this evening. Now, at this graduation we had in Chuuk, we had a father of one of our students who was giving the speech talk, and he asked my friend Michael, another teacher, who all was going to be on stage, because he wanted to make sure to honor us all by giving us an introduction. And Michael didn't really take it seriously because he didn't really understand this cultural norm. So I was up there because I was doing something. So, he said, Mr. Cho, that was my friend Michael, Mr. Principal, Pastor Carameno, etc. And then he looked at me and he said, and other teacher. I graduated from here again, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 years ago. And it was the same stage. I made a little joke to my friends by walking up the stairs weirdly, but the stairs were right there. Now they're over here. Graduation is a time of great change. Because for my 8th grade graduation, I can't remember if there was 14 of us. I'd ask Mandy, but apparently she's packing for vacation. But there was at least 2 of them I never saw again after that day, ever. Well, one of them I saw in a grocery store, and I kind of ran away because I felt nervously shy to say hi to her. I don't know why. But each stage of life, each graduation, some of those people are going to go away, and it'll be hard to see or come across them again. Some of them you see a lot. Again, if Mandy was here, I was going to say, oh, Mandy, her again. Anyway, she told me she might watch online. Or people I went to high school with. You again. You know? So don't be afraid of change. It's for your parents, this is also probably a scary time. You know, I don't have any kids, but I imagine I'd be proud of you. I'd be afraid that you're going up too fast. I'd be thinking, where did the years go? I was just pushing you in a stroller, but they have to know that you're ready for more than even you know, but you're actually already more capable of more than they think you are. Sometimes, you know, people say, oh, your parents know you better than you know yourself. In some ways that's true, but really you know yourself better than anybody. Okay, don't forget that. So I asked you to fill out a questionnaire. A lot of you told me what high schools you're going to. It's a few different ones, actually. I know at Gem State, if you're going to Gem State, there'll be opportunities to go on mission trips, see the world, you know, go to Brazil, Belize, wherever. I would say any opportunity I did to do that, it changed me as a person. It's really important to travel, to experience different places, experience new things. You know, when we say mission trip, really, they do more for you than you do for them, actually, you know, once you go there. And I would just encourage you, I don't know what other trips your other high schools will have, but probably something. I would encourage you to go as many of those trips, clubs, sporting teams as you can. Do all those things. Because, again, as the pastor I just met, Matthew, yes, okay. You know, he had some good words when people are like, what do you want to do when you grow up? You know, and that's really not the most important thing. Some of you will go on to great careers, maybe just one career, maybe a psychologist, you know? Just pulled that out of my head. Not really. Maybe you'll be like me and you'll probably had like 30 or 40 different jobs since you were 20 years old, you know? It doesn't really matter. What matters is how you treat people, the human connection you make. And we have such an obsession with being the best. You know, we live in a very competitive society. And I can tell you in other countries I've been to, it's the same. But it's not really the same. In this country, there's even more pressure to always be the best at everything. And okay, Annika is the best artist I've ever taught, okay? All of you are the best at something that we might not even know about. Isaac might be the best at Nerf battles. I don't know. But really, it's not about being the best. It's giving it your best effort. Because when you're in a big school, you might go to a school with 1,000 other kids in one class. Are you going to be the best academically? Are you going to be the best athlete, etc.? Probably not. But that really doesn't matter. Give it your best effort. And anytime you come across a conflict with somebody else, or, you know, something that makes you feel uncomfortable and you want to lash out, or somebody's bullying you, being mean to you. I had a teacher who said to him, when he informed other people he was going to go punch this guy because of something that guy had said. And he said the guy deserved it. But that teacher said to him, is that who you want to be? So he didn't do it. So I would encourage you, anytime you come across something where you're really getting hot under the collar, and you really want to lash out, do something you will regret, just think about, is that really who you want to be? Is that who you want to be? Now, again, you told me some things about you which I didn't know. Thank you for doing that. I know that Everly misses her old house. I know she wants to live in a school ceiling. Yeah, okay. I know that Isaac has a fond memory of Nerf battles, has a fond memory of our chocolate milk party, 5th grade and 8th grade. And Ben, thank you for mentioning that as well. You liked the chocolate milk party we did about a month ago, and it was an honor to do it. I know that Helena likes coffee. You're drinking coffee at 10 years old, is that right? Oh, okay. Scratch that. She had coffee ice cream when she was 10 years old. Yes, okay. And she likes Star Wars and wants to be a psychologist. Yes? Maybe. Again, that can change. But I'm sure you'd be a great one from what I know about you. Now, one of you said, maybe I won't say who it is, but they know who they are. I would like to be a person who is very kind, yet firm in what they believe, but also listens to other views. I don't think I could have come up with anything better to say to you than that. Now, Jordan, I know you have fond memories of camping in Montana, going to Yellowstone. You want to run the Boston Marathon. So you like running? What's your mile time?
My fastest is 7:38.
Okay, that's a great start. I ran a race called Bloomsday at the beginning of the month. I had a friend that beats me every year, and I beat them this time. I won't mention who that is. Just wanted to get that in there. And apparently you want to be a firefighter? That would be a great, great occupation. Ben, you have fond memories of your childhood trips. Again, chocolate milk party. You like F1? I love F1 too. We should talk about that after this. Luke, you've been to Legoland, Lagoon. You fell off the table in a play. But really, the chocolate milk party was the best, right? Okay. Luke, I know you want to be a good person who loves God, or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Either one. Annika, you have fond memories of your 5th grade birthday party, yes? Disney themed. The 5th grade chocolate milk party. Yeah. When I was in this place, Chuk, C-H-U-U-K, FYI, if you want to Google it, we had the graduation there, and I sang a song, which I'm not going to do today, because the guy who played guitar for me is not here, so. But we sang a song about heaven, and that night, I swear, it felt like a little bit of heaven. You know, there is little moments that you could call heaven on earth. And for me, probably my 8th grade and high school graduation, I think when I was graduating from high school, the honorable pastor here that spoke before me wasn't even born yet, but anyway, that was a while ago. Those were little bits of heaven. So treasure this day, and I've got some chocolate milk for you after the service.
Friends and family, welcome to the graduation of Boise Valley Adventist School's 8th grade class. We are grateful for each and every one of you who has encouraged and supported us over the last few years. This has been a long journey for all of us, and we're excited to be moving on to the next stage of our lives. We have valued our time at BVAS and are ready to move forward to our freshman year. We, the 8th graders, are all different and have our own identities. We are all unique in our own ways and have special qualities. However, I know there's one thing that I've always associated with our class. What describes us the best is the flexibility we have. Whenever we had a class meeting or a class discussion, my friends and I would usually be fine with whatever the outcome. We find it okay when we are not able to have everything we expected. I know that some people might think that we simply do not care, but I think that it is because we accommodate many different situations, even when not everything works out. Having this adaptability is a good attribute to possess. Sometimes in life, it can be hard to come up with a solution for something when you are in a group and everyone has very different opinions. But it can help when people are okay with not having their way all the time. It is true, however, that there are times that everyone, even my class, can be stubborn. But it is good to be confident with what you believe will turn out to be the best solution. I have enjoyed being able to have classmates that are both flexible and strong-willed. I have cherished my time here at BVAS, but I believe it is time for our class to move on to high school. We all have had our fun experiences at this school, like field trips, class parties, and just simply hanging out during recess. We have learned so much from all of our teachers, but we are ready to leave and make new memories, meet new people, and learn skills that will help us in the future, wherever we may be. We all came from different schools and places in life, and now we will be going our separate ways. None of us have been here since kindergarten, but God did bring us to this school at a certain time for a certain reason. It is true that we might not all go to the same school together next year, but as I like to see it, many different freshman classes will each get a small sprinkle of this year's 8th grade students from BVAS, and each one of us gets to represent this school. I know I enjoy getting to be in a class with each of my classmates, but I also know they will shine the light of God at Gem State, Bishop Kelly, and in other local high schools around the area. Our time at the school has helped us learn many new things and gain new friends. I will miss this school and will look back in the future and see this place as a positive part of my life. However, I do know that it is time to leave elementary school and have new experiences and adventures. We have grown in this journey at BVAS and will use all these skills in this new part of our lives. We are excited for the next step and to move forward as strong individuals.
I want to thank Mr. Stokes. He wanted us to work with rigor and get stuff done. He also helped us 8th graders to get ready for high school. Before we were 8th graders, we slacked a lot in math, and we were called sea turtles. I would like to thank my parents for putting me in a Christian school. I would also like to thank my grandparents for supporting my decision on BVAS. Well, the time has come that I am moving on in life for a future that beholds for me. Farewell, BVAS. It has been fun while it lasted. So many great memories I made at the school will be left behind in the past. Now the question really is, what will the future hold for me once I'm in high school?
I'd like to start by thanking my dad. I can't imagine my life without you. Maybe you don't think so, but I think you're the best dad. I admire you, how caring and selfless you are, and how embarrassingly funny you are. I love you, Dad. Evelyn, you're weird, just like me. That's one of the reasons I love you. Sometimes I feel like we're the same person. I feel like we're in each other's heads. We like the same music, make the same jokes, like the same movies. You're like my soul sister. I love you, Pookie Bear. I'd also like to thank my amazing grandpa. I truly appreciate everything you've done for us. I've always looked up to you ever since I was little. You are a light in my life, and I love you so much. Liam and Brayden, as much as you guys annoy me, I want you to know that I love you. I would say you never fail to make me laugh, but you do sometimes. You guys are the best, especially you, Liam. I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. You've matured so much, and I love how silly you can be, but also how incredibly kind and thoughtful you are. Granny, I wanted to say that I think you're awesome. Whenever we talk or hang out, I feel like I'm with another teenager. You show me that no matter how old we get, we don't have to lose our young spirits. Sometimes I feel like you have more energy than I do, which is probably true. I can tell you about anything. I love you so much. I can't wait to stay with you this summer. Channing, you were my first friend at this school, and I've always admired your confidence. You're not afraid to put me or anyone else in their place, and I honestly appreciate that. I love your sense of humor and how easy you are to talk to. Thank you for being my friend all these years. Love you lots. Helena, when I first met you, you were extremely shy, and we didn't talk very much. But come 7th grade, we sat next to each other and found we got along very well. We both enjoy each other's company, and we have many inside jokes together. I love seeing how much you've come out of your shell and how much more comfortable and humorous you've become around all of us. I care about you very much. Brielle, you're the definition of a true friend to anyone, not just me. I love your drive for life and fun personality. You inspire me whenever I'm around you. There isn't anyone I would have preferred to read this speech. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Reinbold. You're strange, but we love you. Thank you for the chocolate milk parties. Those are memories I'll never forget. Thank you to Mrs. Williams for being the most legendary person to walk the halls of the school. Mr. Stokes, thank you for being the best teacher anyone could ask for. Thanks to all my magical friends, Isaac, Luke, Ava, you guys slay.
First, I just want to thank all my 8th grade friends, Isaac, Annika, Evely, Helena, Ben, and Jordan. I would not have made it this year without you. I love all of you, my Pookies, and I will miss you all. The first rose I will give out is for my mother. She is the only reason I am here on this earth. She has helped me with school and has always been with me, and I love her very, very much. I would next like to thank my father. He is an amazing dad who has always been so cool and kind. He always makes me laugh and plays with me. I love him so much. Thank you to my brother Andrew. He always helps me with my math, and he is hilarious. I have copied him my whole life because I always thought he is the coolest. I love him very much. Next, I want to give a rose to my sister Emma. She has been so kind to me. She has helped me in life and has introduced me to great music. Even when she calls me Poop Stain, she will always be the best sister. Thank you to my grandparents Terry and Boyd. They have always been so nice to me. I always love visiting them in Washington and seeing all their cows. I love them so much. I will next give a rose to my amazing Aunt Jenny. She lets me rub her feet when she lived with us while going to nursing school. She's my favorite aunt who I love very much. Thank you to my favorite Uncle Mike. He's the funniest, coolest guy ever. He's an amazing cook, and someday he will teach me how to drive a stick shift. Thank you to my great-grandma Tutu. She is 99 years young. I wish she was here today. She is super kind and tells me many cool stories. She's the kindest great-grandma ever. I love her so much. Next, I want to give a rose to my grandma Mary Ann. She is always so giving and selfless, and she will always root for the Cardinals. She's super cool, and I love hanging out with her. I love her. I next want to give a rose to Mr. Stokes. He's been the best teacher ever and taught me so much this year. He always roots for the Cardinals. Next, I want to thank my 1st and 2nd grade teacher, Miss Reinbold. She was the nicest teacher I've ever had. She taught me how to read and do math, and I love her dogs.
My parents, Amy and Scott Wyram, are the best parents I could have asked for. They have taught me so much. I was lucky enough to get the best parents ever. I have been struggling this year, and they have suffered with me. I love you, Mom and Dad. I'd like to give a rose to my aunt. She has always been one of my biggest supporters. I'm lucky to get to have someone like her in my life. Thank you to the coolest aunt ever. My grandparents also deserve a rose. I'm so thankful they've been here and supporting me. They have taught me so much. I love them dearly and always will. My close friends and supporter, Ava, my new best friend, Channing, my close friend and the gracious reader of my rose speech, Helena, my dear friend and fellow 8th grader, Brielle, my very first friend here at BVAS, and Isaac, my best friend of 4 years. I'm going to miss you all so much. I have to give a special thanks to the people who have to put up with me. Mr. Reinbold, Mr. Rainbows, is also the best teacher I have ever had. He has created some of the best memories. I hope he knows how much he means to my friends and I. Thank you for the 5th grade chocolate milk party. To Miss Williams, you are one of my favorite teachers. I love your personality and words of wisdom. I always enjoy being around you. Thank you for making my year better. I would also like to thank Mr. Stokes for being one of my funniest, most unique teachers I have met, and your jokes will be missed. I can't express my gratitude enough. Thank you so much for steering me in the right direction. I saved the absolute best for last. Annika, you are so freaky and weird, but that's okay, me too. We are definitely meant to be friends. We have been through so much together, and we will go through so much more. I will always come to you for anything. Thank you for everything. You are my favorite person ever. You have always been there for me. I'll never forget you, ever. I love you so much, Annika. I can't forget my other friends. Thank you for being my friend Daphne, Luke, Emily, Mars, Kylie, and others. Thanks for teaching me this year, Miss Miller.
The first rose I would like to give to my father for always being there to help me with my schoolwork and personal projects. From the countless times you patiently explained math problems to the times you helped me with my science projects, your support has been invaluable. Father, you also gave me my wonderful sense of humor that some people would describe as dry, but I love it. The next rose is to my mother. Thank you for not only helping me develop life skills, but also for keeping me from doing unintelligent things. Your guidance has been instrumental in shaping me into the person I am today. I am grateful you love me and my siblings while making sure that we get things done around the house. I extend my gratitude to Pastor Marlin for his guidance in preparing me for my sermon 4 weeks ago. Your coaching on pacing and pauses significantly enhanced my delivery, and I am thankful for your support. Next, I give a rose to Mr. Stokes, who taught me in 6th grade and was my English and math teacher last year and this year. Thank you for pushing us out of our comfort zones and telling us interesting stories from your 558,982 hours on Earth. Thank you, Miss Miller, for teaching us this year. You always made sure our class was doing well financially. I had a great time on the class trip, and I'm glad you were there. I thank Mr. Reingold for teaching math to me in 5th grade and speaking for the 8th graders with Pastor Matthew. I love that you threw us a chocolate milk party, which some of my classmates are strangely obsessed with. I want to give the rest of my 8th grade companions roses for accompanying me through this year. I love that you people were just as strangers myself. I wish that we shall be successful as we move into high school. Finally, I would like to thank my sister Audrey for reading the speech for me, even though I did not give her much of a choice. I enjoy your presence even when you describe things oddly and give strange compliments to our family and friends.
The first people I would like to thank are my mom and dad. You have always been there for me and have constantly supported me. You have always put up with my sarcasm and stubbornness. Thank you to my siblings, Charlie, Johnny, and Leanne. You guys have been my best friends for as long as I have known you. Thank you to Grandma and Grandpa Matson. Some of my earliest memories have been having fun at your house. I have loved spending time with you over the years. You guys have been a great part of my life. Thank you to Grandma and Grandpa Carey. Even though you live on the opposite side of the country, I have enjoyed visiting you while growing up. Most of the time, Christmas is the thing I most look forward to because we might be able to go see you. I would like to honor Mr. Stokes, Mrs. Williams, and Miss Miller. You guys have been a great influence on my life at BVAS. You have taught me so much, and I have learned from the experiences and stories you have shared with me. To all of my friends, Emily, Brielle, Lexi, Annika, Evalie, Channing, Mackenzie, Andrea, and many others over the years, I'm so grateful for you. I enjoy every moment with you and the fact that you know me so well. I'm glad you are my friends. I always know how to talk to you. I love hanging out with you. I am so glad you guys want to spend time with me, even if I'm a little weird and crazy.
I would like to thank my mom for helping me with homework to taking me skiing. It's been really fun having you as my mom. To Dad, even though we don't live in the same state, it's been really fun just hanging out with you while you play your Xbox and I play on my iPad. I love you so much. To Mare, even though I have not known you for my whole life, it's been really fun hanging out on the couch watching Life PD with you. I'm very grateful to have you as my stepmom. To Granddad and Grandma Purvis, thank you so much for letting us live with you when we could not get a house. Granddad, thank you for letting me help you with the farm work. To Papa and Mimi Kilgore, thank you so much for taking us to the water park in the summer. Papa, thank you so much for taking me fishing in the summer and also teaching me how to drive. I love you guys so much. To Grandma and Papa Pascal, thank you guys for all the amazing gifts and surprises that you have given me. I really do miss seeing you guys. I love you guys so much. To Lori, Jacob, Matthew, and Allison for all the amazing Pathfinder memories, from sleeping in a snow cave to pulling an all-nighter at Teen Lock-In. It's been really fun having y'all as my friends. I can't wait to go into high school with y'all. To all the people I met at TMA, thank y'all for an amazing week, and I can't wait to see y'all again at Gillette. To the amazing Pathfinder Club I was a part of for the past 3 years. I have had so much fun with all y'all, and I am very sad that this is my last year with you guys.
You treasure most will be the hardest one. I will watch you struggle long before the answers come, but I won't make it harder. I'll be there to cheer you up. I'll shine take my hand until that day. So when they ask how far love goes, when my job's done, you'll be the one who knows. Before the mountains call to you, before you leave this home, I wanna teach your heart to trust that will teach my own. But sometimes I will ask the moon where it shined upon you last, and shake my head and let me say it all went by so fast. You fly away, but take my hand until that day burn too. So when they ask how far love goes, when my job's done, you'll be the one who knows. Your baby blues, so full of wonder. Your curly cues, your contagious smile. And as I watch you start to grow up, all I can do is hold you tight, knowing clouds will rise up, storms will rise up, but you will be safe in my arms. Rains will pour down, waves will crash around, but you will be safe in my arms. Storybooks are full of fairy tales of kings and queens and the bluest skies. My heart is torn just in knowing you'll someday see the truth from lies. When the clouds will rage and storms will race in, but you will be safe in my arms. Rains will pour down, waves will crash around, but wildest dream. I know I was made with a purpose to reach past the surface, live life fearlessly. I want nothing less than to be who I'm meant to be. Everyone is on their way, but I am standing still, comparing my behind the scenes against their highlight reel. I'm burning so much energy, won't let it keep distracting me anymore.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ronnie Anderson, and I'm here on behalf of Gem State Adventist Academy to hand out some scholarships to these fantastic 8th graders. I taught most of them last year, all of them last year, actually, except Luke. But I will teach him next year, hopefully. So, the scholarships are in the amount of $4,000 to each individual graduate. And as I was listening, this has been a wonderful service. As I was listening to both speakers and lots of other people mention chocolate milk parties, I was going, maybe I need to change music tour. So we might have to implement that. But anyway, they're in the amount of $4,000. We have been praying for all of you, and we hope that God is leading you to Gem State. If he is not, we ask that we pray for you, that wherever you go, he may lead you in your life. So, congratulations on your graduation. We look forward to seeing you.
Okay, this is the time everybody's been waiting for. And this is the more formal part of the program, but before we get into that, this is about memories. So I want to share that when the Eckelmeyers came to Idaho, they came to visit the school, and little Luke was in an infant carrier. I remember that. They brought him in a car seat. And then Helena, when she was born, I went to visit Janine when she was in the hospital and had Helena. So yeah, lots of memories. So all right, here we go, guys. Benjamin Scott Jump. Annika Mae Hutton. Luke Richard Eckelmeyer. Evalie Irene Wyram. Isaac Adrian Lemon. Helena Sage Carey. Jordan Lee Pascal.
I would invite you to pray with me as we ask a blessing. Almighty Father, you've been present as we celebrate this significant milestone and the lives of our 8th graders. I ask a blessing for each of them. They stand on the threshold of new beginnings. May they carry the knowledge and wisdom imparted by your word, the support and love given by their families, and the friendships that have enriched their journey. May they face the future with courage and confidence, knowing that you will prepare them for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. May their dreams be bold, their aspirations high, and their determination unwavering, knowing that you hold their hand. May the road ahead be filled with adventure and discovery. May they embrace each new experience with an open heart and an eager mind. May they grow in your wisdom, your compassion, and in your character, becoming not only scholars, but leaders and stewards for you in this world. May this graduation mark not just an end, but a glorious beginning. Go forth with confidence, with hope, and with the knowledge that the future is yours to shape. Thank you, Father, for the blessings of the past, those from tonight, and all that will be in the future. We are confident in all these things, for we pray them in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, grandparents, friendly family, and fantastic friends, I am proud to present the Boise Valley School graduates of 2024. The 7th grade students are quick-witted, studious, tenacious, and clever students that will steal your heart. I am proud to announce the class of 2025.